Got something very special today. Look what came in the mail. So I've never ordered an iPhone to be shipped to me before. So it came in, a brown box, and it has plastic wrap all over the outer box. So let's get that open. And then we've got the iPhone7 box here. Let's get it slit open. It's pretty sweet. Some paperwork, and then stickers, which I never use. Instructions on how to use an iPhone. I suppose that's necessary for some people. And then we've got the phone itself, charging brick. Here they put it, oh, this is pretty ingenious. So they've got like this paper cardboard. Oh, is it cardboard? Is it plastic? I can't even tell. Feels like cardboard for the headphones and the Lightning to 3.5 audio jack. iPhone7. It's got no headphone jack on the bottom, and here we've got the charging cable. So let's get some of these things put away. Alright, and then this is the best part. Wow, it's amazingly thin. Nice. That feels good. Wow, it's feels solid in the hand. Love this black finish. It's really nice. Yeah, and I love it. The home button is not a button anymore. I haven't had an iPhone since the iPhone 3G. Not the 3GS, the 3G, so it's been a long time. The button being gone is fantastic. Yeah, lovely, lovely. I'm not even going to bother powering this on yet, because what I have to do is I have to take this to an AT&T store. So that way, because I use an AT&T Go program, like the month-to-month program. Well, let's power it on. I can't resist. A month-to-month program rather than a contract. So I had to order this as a T-Mobile phone, and then I'm going to go to the AT&T store. Hopefully they have nano SIMs in stock, because I think the last phone I had, which was the Moto G 2015, used a micro SIM. So I'm going to have to get that switched. Pretty excited about this. I don't like the fake taptic button. I'd rather it just not be anything. So that's pretty cool. I'm so used to Android, I wanted to push these to go back. But this is awesome. Alright, I'm going to play with this a little bit. Not too much though, but because I got to get it to an AT&T store so I can start using it not just as a device but as a phone, and I am super excited. The main reasons that I got this phone is, number one, is the camera. The camera I feel like is really important. This camera can shoot at 4K, which is not that important to me. I'm more concerned about the 1080p, that 120 that this can shoot, and also it now has a 1080 front-facing camera as well, and so that is also important because most of the videos that I shoot are like this, where I'm holding it and shooting it in selfie mode. So that's important. The screen is smaller than what I'm used to, but I did want a smaller phone ultimately, because running with this, which I do take this running, was starting to get a little bit cumbersome, so I wanted something a little bit more compact. So I'm going to play around with this phone a little bit more, and then once I get it taken to the AT&T store, I can get that all settled. Then I'm going to start doing some test footage and get some scenes from around the city so we can see what this thing can do in kind of my everyday kind of conditions. Okay, so I just got back from the Apple store. They switched out the T-Mobile SIM that was in here with an AT&T SIM, and now my GoPhone account is working. Home to open. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. I think that this home screen and the button layout is going to take a while to get used to. I mean, I'm a big fan of like almost like an empty desktop on mine, and I keep everything in the app drawer, and I try to keep things relatively sparse, and I just think that I'm going to have a hard time getting used to using iOS again, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's take a look at these headphones. Alright, so let's pop out like this. These headphones look pretty similar to the regular headphones. Here's that adapter. So this goes in the bottom of the phone like this, and then you can put in your regular headphones right there. Seems a little bit clunky, but I guess that's the solution in the interim until everyone gets rid of their regular audio headphones. Let's get this open. This obviously isn't meant to be used like multiple times, so let's get this out. And so that's kind of weird. They're just regular headphones. They feel the same as regular iPhone headphones, but they end in this. So they go directly into the bottom of the headphone. And so now you can show off to people that you have the iPhone 7 if they can see that your headphone jack is in the middle. So that's that. I did buy ahead of time a case and a screen protector, because those are the two things that I always put on every phone that I have. So I'm going to do that real quick, so that way I can use this phone without like freaking out that I'm going to drop it. So this case is pretty similar to the one that I had for my Moto G, my last phone. So it's one of those plastic shells that goes around like kind of the rubber casing, right? So it goes on like this. That fits in real nice. And then it snaps on, so you get some rigid protection and then soft protection. I like this. It feels heavier than my Moto G. This feels substantial, but let's see if it can. I specifically picked this phone case because I wanted something that I could set on its side, and I don't know if this will do it. Because a lot of times when I'm running, I like to set the phone down somewhere, hit the record button, and have an angle. But this one, I think it's too back heavy, so it doesn't want to. That'll work. So I like this. All right, I'm going to put the screen protector on it. That's going to take a little bit of time. But now I feel well protected. So I've got a screen protector on the front and a case on the back. I know it's a lot, but I'm going to be pretty hard on this thing. I'm always walking around the city, and I'm going to be whipping this thing out to like take shots of either me vlogging to it, or of cityscapes, and also emailing, texting, communicating with clients, things like that. And then I'll take it running with me too, and so this will be, you know, doing a lot of miles on trails, and so, you know, I'll be running while I'm sweating, and I could easily drop it. And so having a case on it is well worth it for me. I know some people hate them, but this is what I like to do.
I have looked through the day, and I have looked through the night. I won't stop searching for you, it's alright. I will sail all the oceans, I will feel the sea breeze. I will not rest until you're here with me. I have been to these places like you have never seen. I want you to come back to your home with me. I have been.
So I'm going to walk over to Millennium Park. It's a little bit out of my way to go home, but I wanted to test out and see what this camera can do. Right now I'm using the front camera, the selfie cam. I think Apple calls it their FaceTime camera. I think it shoots at 1080 at 30 frames a second. So I hope it does, because that was a big factor in me deciding to buy this camera, because most of the footage that I'll shoot on this camera will be on that front camera, just like this.
To be found, I won't go back until you're safe and sound.
So far, pretty impressed. If the footage looks nearly as good as it looks on this screen here, I'm going to be very happy with what I'm getting. So I've set it up so that the rear camera, the one on the other side, is shooting at 4K at 30 frames a second, and then I set the slow-mo to shoot at 1080 at 120. The idea being I'll just leave it at 120 and then I can work with it in Premiere afterwards and slow-mo it how I want. And then the front facing will be 1080 at 30 frames a second. I don't think I could get it at 60, otherwise I'd do that, but very happy so far.
Yo, what's going on?